Okay, so this is going to be my 33-week pregnancy update, and I've got so much to talk about this week, which is amazing because most weeks it's just like, oh no, nothing's changed, and then this week is like, oh no, nothing's changed. But 33 weeks, so I went to see my midwife today, so I will speak about that later on in the video. Also, I hope the quality of my video isn't too bad. I've just gone to film with my camera and the camera's decided to die, and I thought, well, I've got this time to film, so I'm not gonna waste it, so I'm not gonna bother doing the battery. I'm just gonna film on my phone, so I hope you don't mind about that. So 33 weeks, I am finding myself, like, when I get out of bed, I'm sort of more like sort of making old people noises when I kind of like, because obviously I've got no muscle on my stomach, have I? Because they like move apart like this for the baby to come forward. So I'm just there like making this like really weird noise that you would hear in a horror movie whilst getting out of bed. Things like, yeah, getting off the sofa and bending down and grabbing stuff off the floor is one, because it's like, especially if I've been doing it quite a lot, I get Braxton Hicks, which have been coming more and more frequent. So I'm just like bending down like, but I'm feeling so big at the moment, and I will speak about my midwife appointment in just a sec. Hemorrhoids, yes, they have been an issue. Yes, I'm using the steroid suppositories that I got from the doctor. I think they're called Hemorrhoids, yeah, along with the cream, because I do want to keep my hemorrhoids under control. Because if you remember, if you guys have been following me for this long, Charlie's pregnancy, I couldn't even sit down, and I was in the bath crying when they rung me back. The maternity unit were like, okay, come in for a sweep at 39 weeks or something, because I was literally in agony. I couldn't sit down at all. So trying to keep that under control this time to try and not have the same complication as what happened last time. Sickness has completely gone now, I think. I feel like I need to whisper it again so like no one hears, and like I don't want to jinx myself, you know. But yeah, so my sickness is not an issue anymore. Thank goodness, because I'm like 33 weeks. Like, who wants to be throwing up for 9 months? Not me. So I've had a little think about my birth plan and things like that. I've actually got a video going live of like things I'm going to be doing. I don't know when it's going up though. It should be coming up soon. But thank you so much. I just wanted to quickly add in, thank you so much for all the love and support I had from my sponsored video. I know sponsored videos don't do very well on YouTube because people are like, oh, she gets money for this video and I don't like that idea and I'm not going to watch it and I'm going to thumbs it down and all this. But it is really important to me, obviously. I'm very grateful to be in the position that I am. And, you know, when a sponsor comes along, I'm like, just as long as I believe in the brand, I will do it. And I haven't had a sponsor for years, so you guys, so it just tells you guys that I'm not just going to pick anything up, and actually I will, you know, I won't sell out just for the money, do you know what I mean? So yeah, so thank you so much for all of your love on that video. So yeah, going on to my midwife appointment. Now I was looking back at pictures of being pregnant with Harry and being pregnant with Charlie, and then looking down at myself and thinking, I am huge. My stomach is massive. I really thought that she was going to be tiny. Like, I was really hoping I would have this, like, not like ridiculously small, like 4 pounds, but like at full term, like, you know, no bigger than 8 pounds. This tiny little head that just goes through the birth canal and does no damage and just comes out the other side. I think she's going to be quite big. I think she's going to be about 8 pounds something, because I am huge. And with my other 2 boys, my measurements on my tummy, so they go like from the fundal height, I think it is, like where your womb is going up, right down to your pubic bone. And with my other 2 boys, I was measuring a week behind. But I think I said on one of my last videos, I was measuring a week behind with this pregnancy. But then I've gone back and looked through my midwife notes, and nope, I am measuring bang on. And in fact, I'm 33.5 weeks now, and she's measuring exactly 33.5 weeks. So I'm like, really? Because I know it doesn't really mean a lot because there may be like lots of water and things like that, but I feel so huge, guys. And with like all the like bending down and like struggling to get out of bed, I'm like, this is only going to get worse. Like, obviously I'm not having a moan, but I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, like I really thought I'd just have like a really tiny baby. But I feel like she may be bigger than the boys. So we'll see about that. I'll show you a bump shot in a minute. But yeah, all in all, I'm feeling really good. Loads of compliments actually on my Instagram photos of saying like, oh, pregnancy really suits you. I'm like, oh, that's really sweet, thank you. So one of my big things, so my blood pressure has always been quite low. And also I noticed that if I don't have caffeine for about 3 days, my mood also gets really low, and it's really strange. So I've got to kind of be careful with you're not allowed too much caffeine. It's like 200 milligram a day, right, is the maximum. But like a thing of iron brew, you don't even get anywhere close to that. It's also got quinine in it, which helps with leg cramps. And seeing as I've been having a little bit of like sugar-free iron brew, sometimes you'll see me like sipping it on camera. I haven't actually got mine today. I've got hot chocolate up there. But just as long as I've, you know, had at least a little bit during the day, it seems to have stopped my leg cramps. And I remember like with Harry, they were like, oh, drink tonic water. I can't drink tonic water. That stuff is disgusting. Like, I don't know how people drink it in gin because it is absolutely vile. Like, sparkling water, I just cannot get on with either. But anyway, so that's that. Yeah, all in all, I'm feeling really good. Something I haven't actually spoken about, which I will just quickly touch upon, is libido. I have none. I have zero libido. And it's really strange because with my other 2 pregnancies with my boys, I did. And this time I don't, which is really strange. So that's, you know, a big difference in this pregnancy. I'm coming to the end of my pregnancy working life, shall I say. So my last day will be the 27th of September, and then I'm due in October. I'm due in the first half of October, so I'll get, that's the only kind of range I will give you is the first half of October I'm due in. So I've given myself a few weeks just to kind of like relax, and I've been doing really silly things though, like, oh, let's just defrost the freezer one day, or oh, let's just clear out the garage. I've just put the jacuzzi away because I'm finding I'm not really using it, and it's just, you know, it's keeping constant temperature of like, I don't know, 36 degrees, and it's a little bit of waste of electricity. So we packed all that away, and that's now in the garage. And whilst I was there yesterday, I was like clearing a little like runway so I could like walk through my garage. Hello, you gonna come say hi? Hello, darling. You okay? Did we go to the park yesterday and you had an owie?
No.
He doesn't like showing anyone his owies. I managed to cut your fringe yesterday as well, which was quite good, which is why it looks like a little bit of a bowl. So yeah, this summer holiday has been going so well. We've been, like I said, Longley. We went to loads of soft plays and loads of outdoorsy parks when it's been nice weather. I've been meeting up with friends outside of work. So yeah, I've been trying to like do lots of things and keep myself really busy, because I find that this time of my pregnancy kind of drags a little bit, and people are like, oh, how many weeks are you now? And I'm like, oh, 33. And they're like, oh, it's gone really fast. But I've got like 6 weeks left, and it's kind of a bit like, oh, come on. And then it's like 5 weeks and then 4 weeks. I guess maybe like the last sort of month will hopefully get a little bit quicker. I really don't know. I'm just trying to remember Charlie's pregnancy, and just as long as I don't get to that really like desperate stage, like, you know, when you're in so much pain and you're just miserable and each hour of the day is like hell, and you're like, oh my god, the only thing that will help me is going into labour and getting this baby out, because my hemorrhoids were really bad with him. So yeah, I don't want to get to that desperate stage because that would be really, really sad. As for like joint and ligament pain, I don't really get that, although I did get some really bad lightning crutch yesterday when I was trying to cook dinner. We had some like barbecue pulled pork, and you have to like cook it and then you have to like pull it apart and put the sauce on. And I was standing by my kitchen work surface like, ow, 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 like it literally feels like an electric shock. It's horrible. Charlie Hounslow, are you in your room rustling through your box of toys?
Yeah.
I've literally come upstairs, so I thought, oh, this would be nice and peace and quiet. But no. Charlie needs some more trains from downstairs. So he's built like this huge like train tray. He loves trains. He's so obsessed with trains. My urine test came back fine. My pulse and my blood pressure. I think my pulse was sitting about 88 beats a minute, which is fine. And my blood pressure, I think, was like 103/60, which again is fine. It's like on the lower side, but like for me, that's normal. But yeah, I will show you my bump and you can tell me what you think, because I feel absolutely huge. Let's tilt the camera down slightly. Can you see that? Oh my goodness me. My skin literally feels so stretched out here. What's you doing? So yeah, I literally feel so stretched out. I swear this is like as big as I got when I was pregnant with Harry. Ooh, another thing I will quickly mention. I had to take my watch off today because I've put on 2 stone, which is probably like normal for like an entire pregnancy, but I'm 33 weeks and I've already put on 2 stone. And I think I just got overly excited when my midwife told me like 5 weeks ago, oh, you've only put on a stone. And since then I've just like been eating loads of donuts. Also my rings are getting a little bit tighter, and I did show her, but she said like, oh, that's fine. That's like pretty normal. And I think it's because of the weight gain that, and also this like hot weather and that. But I don't feel like I've got edema or anything, which is like fluid under the skin. My ankles don't really get that swollen unless I've been on them for 12 hours, but I am like cutting my 12-hour shifts down a little bit. So for example, I'm using a lot of holiday up before I go on maternity leave. All in all, I feel really happy and I'm having a really good day today, and I have a really good day most days. I remember there was like a severe tiredness when I hit my 3rd trimester at like 28, 30 weeks, and I would just like literally drop the kids off at school and go back to bed for like 2 or 3 hours and just sleep, or have lunch and then go to sleep for like 2 or 3 hours and then pick them up. I can manage to go all day without having a nap. Sometimes I just need like maybe 3/4 of an hour or what have you. But I don't feel like that extreme tiredness that I had before. But yeah, so all in all, I'm feeling really, really good. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to me for free to follow this journey, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, ladies.